Let's talk about average true range, or ATR. Now, before you tune out, average true range isn't as boring as it sounds. I'll admit, it's not as sexy as something like the Mac Daddy or the Rizzy, but the ATR isn't about predicting where the market's going. Instead, it's kind of like having a tool that gives you a pulse on the market's energy. The ATR tells you how much the price of an asset is moving on average over a specific period of time. Think of it like the market speedometer. Are we cruising along at a steady pace? Maybe we're slowing down for a turn. Or are we speeding up, getting ready to overtake the competition in a straightaway? That's what ATR helps you understand. Now here's why this matters. Imagine you're driving on a mountain road and the speed limit keeps changing. You wouldn't go full throttle through a sharp curve, right? ATR helps traders adjust their approach based on market conditions, whether things are calm or chaotic. And that's why it's such a powerful tool, especially for managing risk. The ATR is all about measuring volatility. Not trend direction, not price levels, just pure movement. ATR calculates the average movement of price over a set number of periods, with the default usually being 14. But it's not as simple as just looking at highs and lows. It digs a little deeper. Here's how. ATR starts by finding the true range, which is basically the largest value of three specific measurements. First, the difference between the day's high and low. That's the obvious one. Next, the difference between the current high and the previous close. This accounts for any gaps up. And lastly, the difference between the current low and the previous close, which accounts for any gaps down. This methodology is designed to capture all the price movement, even those overnight surprises or weekend gaps. Once we have those true range values for each period, ATR smooths them out by averaging them over a specific time frame. This is what I mentioned before is default set to 14 periods, but you can tweak it depending on your trading style. And here's the cool part. Because it's averaging out the volatility, ATR is dynamic. It grows when markets are volatile, like during major news events or big breakouts, and shrinks when markets are quiet, like during consolidation. ATR is typically displayed in one of two styles, and the way you visualize it can have a big impact on how you use it in your trading. Let's break it down. The first style, and the most common, is a line chart that appears below your main price chart. It looks similar to oscillators like the RSI or the MACD. This line rises and falls depending on how volatile the market is. When the market is calm and consolidating, the ATR line dips lower. When volatility spikes, like during a news event or breakout, you'll see the line surge upward. You can use this style of ATR to help you set stop losses. For example, if the ATR value is showing 20 pips on any given currency pair, you might choose to place your stop loss 30 or even 40 pips away from your entry. Why? Because it ensures your stop loss accounts for the average price movement, reducing the chance of getting stopped out by normal fluctuations. This visualization is also great for gauging overall market conditions. If you see the ATR line trending higher over several periods, it's a sign that the market is heating up. On the flip side, if the ATR is falling, the market may be entering a quiet phase or consolidation. The second style I want to talk about is what I would call the bands style ATR. Here, the ATR is displayed kind of like Bollinger Bands that form around price. These bands expand and contract based on market volatility. When volatility is high, the bands widen. When it's low, the bands tighten around the price. In my opinion, this visualization is particularly useful for stop loss placement in a more dynamic way. For instance, you can place your stop loss just outside the ATR band, allowing room for price to move within its average range without prematurely stopping you out. Just as the bands adjust to market conditions, you would adjust the stop loss of any new trades to adapt to changing volatility. In fact, that's where ATR really shines in my opinion, helping you place better stop losses. We've all been there. You enter a trade, see what you think is a safe stop, only to have it get hit by normal price movement before the market goes exactly where you thought it would. It's frustrating, right? ATR can help you with that. Here's how you use it. Let's say the ATR value on a currency pair is 50 pips. That means on average, this pair moves 50 pips during a single period. If you set your stop loss at say 20 pips, you're practically inviting the market to stop you out because that's well within its normal range of movement. So what's a better approach? Use a multiple of the ATR. A common rule of thumb is 1.5 or even 2 times the current ATR. So if the ATR is 50, you place your stop loss 75 to 100 pips away from your entry. This gives the market room to breathe while still protecting your capital. As useful as ATR is, it's not perfect. A big mistake traders make is using ATR in isolation. Remember, ATR measures movement, not direction. It's great at telling you how far price might go, but it won't tell you whether it's heading up or down. Pair it with other tools like moving averages or trend lines to get the full picture. Another pitfall that newer traders often make is misinterpreting the ATR spikes. Just because ATR jumps doesn't mean it's time to enter a trade. Volatility isn't a signal. It's a condition. Always confirm with other confluences before pulling the trigger. Lastly, one size fits all does not work here. Different assets and timeframes have different volatility profiles. A 14-period ATR on the daily chart will behave drastically differently than one on the 5-minute chart. Customize your settings to match the asset and timeframe that you're trading, and make sure to test it. If putting market volatility on your side and utilizing ATR is something that seems interesting to you, take the time to experiment with the two visualization styles, the moving average ATR for overall market conditions and the bands ATR for dynamic stop losses. Test them out on your favorite assets and see how they enhance your trading strategy. Remember, ATR doesn't give you buy or sell signals, it gives you context. And in trading, understanding the context can make all the difference.